Hi, it's Cherokee. I'm back. All right. I think, a couple months off, probably 2, 3 months off from recording videos, but definitely not from exercising. And I've been doing a lot of other things, still stretching, still doing my calisthenics, doing all those things. And now it is time for me to start the next part of my journey, which is weight loss. Dun 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 dun. So, uh, uh, my perspective on my body is that I don't really beat myself up about my body at all. I like my body. I'm overweight. I am what people would probably call fat. I don't really consider myself to be fat, even though the scale tells me, yeah, you're fat, girl. But it's all in how you feel. So I really feel beautiful and sexy, and I don't really ascribe to the social ideas about what our bodies should look like. But realistically, if you have excessive weight, your body will affect you. It could affect your feet, it could affect your back, all of those things. And really, many years ago when I started yoga, that's the reason why. I started specifically because I was gaining weight and I was having back pain. So of course, when you incorporate these practices in, you don't really have to change your diet or anything. You're strengthening your muscles. So the fat doesn't really go anywhere. You stay fat, but now you're stronger and your body can hold it without it impacting you. And I found that that is the case with like strengthening any muscle area that is experiencing trauma due to weight gain. If you strengthen those muscles, at least after 30, you'll stay fat, but you'll be stronger. So for me, it worked. It was good. I was okay. So, but yeah, I mean, of course, eventually, you might want to lose weight. And I haven't really, I mean, of course, everyone wants to lose weight, but I haven't really thought about losing weight. I mainly think about maintaining my strength, maintaining my balance, and all of the goals that I have. None of them involved weight loss, although they incorporated different strengthening, flexibility, as you know, different things like that. I never really focused on weight loss. So, because like I said, I don't like look in the mirror and be like, oh, I hate my body. So that motivation to lose weight was not there. It's not like I'm 20 years old and it matters more when you're younger. At least to me it did. So anyway, here I am, life after 40, and I am 220 pounds today, which I've been 220 pounds for, I don't know, it's been a long time. And sorry, I have a bunny rabbit that doesn't like me. She's a little bit intimidating. Make sure she doesn't come in here. Uh, and so yeah, so 220 is what I weigh, and I have a goal weight of weighing 143 pounds. Um, I'm 5'6", so I don't know. I remember when I was 143, I was okay. I'll gauge it again when I get down to that size. So why now? I guess, at the end of the day, when you trust your body and you listen to your body will tell you when it's ready. So I've done a series of things already. I mean, listen, I'm not a beginner, as you can probably tell. But, and then earlier this year, I did a series of like exercises to improve my flexibility. Um, and I changed my diet even more because now I don't eat meat at all since not Kwanzaa, what is the name of it? Since Ramadan. Yeah, I did a fast for Ramadan, and it lasted beyond Ramadan, and then it just kind of continued because it was more like a spiritual journey. And so yeah, I just don't eat meat now, and my so I'll just give you a quick rundown of what my diet and my daily life looks like, right? So I don't drink soda because I don't like it. And I don't drink juice hardly ever, maybe twice a year. I just not into juice like that. My favorite beverage is water. I love all kinds of water. I consider myself to be a water connoisseur. And I also drink tea. Now for Ramadan, I stopped drinking tea because I had to, you know, adjust my diet a little bit. And so I kind of got out of the habit after all these years of drinking tea. So, but I really love it. So I was like, let me bring that back in. And so I used to drink tea twice a day, every morning, every evening, and then sometimes in the afternoon. And I love it. I don't add sugar or sweeteners to my tea. I drink them in their natural states because that's what I like. My weakness is not sugar or sweets, so it's not a big deal for me to not sweeten my tea or anything like that, and I just enjoy the natural flavors. Um, Breakfast, I'm not big on eating breakfast anymore because when you're doing like a long fast like Ramadan, you get out of certain habits. So, and then I restructured Ramadan to work for me. So I only ate once a day in the afternoon. I didn't do it. I'm not Muslim, so I'm not tied to any rules and regulations surrounding how other people choose to do their fasting for their spiritual journey. So what I chose to do was eat once a day in the afternoon, and I gave up breakfast and dinner and any midnight snacking or I didn't do any of that. I only ate once a day at lunchtime, and that was it. And so I got out of the habit of eating breakfast. Not that I was eating a big breakfast anyway. It would usually be, I don't know, a roll or um, oatmeal or something like that. As far as food goes, I am big on embracing the food that you love. So the food that I'm mentioning is food that I enjoy. I know a lot of people don't like oatmeal. I like oatmeal. So for me, it works. I don't think you should eat food that you don't like, and the reason is you won't stay with it. And a lot of people eat because of emotional reasons, and it brings us joy. So if you're eating food that you don't like, you're not gonna have joy, and you're gonna keep looking for something that you do like in the form of food. All right, that's a whole other food journey. But I'm just describing what my current diet looks like and how it's been for a very long time. It's been many years that I've eaten like this and only drink water and I mean, I started drinking water back in the 90s and I'm still doing it today. So, you know, this is not like something new. The only thing that is new is that I no longer eat meat. And when I say I no longer eat meat, I no longer eat fish. I gave up red meat and white meat a long, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But I was still eating fish, which is meat. But for Ramadan, I cut out fish and I just stayed with it. I don't know if I'll go back to eating fish or again, but for right now, I'm just not. I just don't want to, and I'm just not going to do it. So, but you of course would do whatever you feel like works for you. So that's what works for me. So that means that these things are not difficult for me to maintain at all because it's what I've been doing, and so it's nothing new. I also committed to walking to work and back. Now, I've been walking to work and back for probably 7 or 8 years now. And I moved actually a lot closer to my job. So now it's only like a 25 minute walk, which is, I love it. I walk every day. Sometimes, once in a while, I used to drive. Like if I'm running late, now I'm like, I don't care if I'm running late. I'm just going to walk still. So that's what I do. And then my daughter also was using my car, so she pretty much like owned the car. So, so those are some changes that I added, just like only walking. Like once or twice a week I might drive in, but I'm not doing that. And, I haven't been doing that since the beginning of the year. So when she got her license. So, I've had some progressive tweaks and it's been great. It's been working out really well. Not hard to adjust. Like I said, I don't live like an hour away anymore. So it's 20 minutes, 25 minutes technically. I walk along the curb because it helps me to maintain my balance. I also find walking a little on the boring side. So it makes it a little exciting for me to walk on the curb because then I got to focus. And yeah, so that's what I do. So as far as my diet goes, I'm pretty comfortable with how things are. I don't overeat. I drink lots of water because that's just my favorite beverage. And I walk to work and back, and I brought back in daily calisthenics into my work day because I was sitting all day. And when you're sitting all day, your body's not moving, it's really super unhealthy. So I started doing calisthenics again and lifting weights, which is this really big, heavy book at my desk. So I've been doing that for a week. And when I fasted for Ramadan, I started at 220 pounds. I ended at 220 pounds. And when I started doing the calisthenics, I mean, I've done it before. It's not like I haven't done it before at work. But when I reintroduced it back into my world at work, um, again, started at 220 pounds, ended at 220 pounds. So why does that happen? Why, have I not been able to lose weight? Number one, I haven't tried to lose weight. Number two, I know my body really, really well. And in order for me to lose weight, I'm going to have to do cardio. There's no way around it. I mean, I've known this for, I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 or 6 years. And the reason I found this out, that's a long story, but long story short, I used to walk from a different town, which was a much longer walk. It was about 45-minute walk, and still didn't lose weight doing that. Walking home, walking back. But sometimes you just have to really get in touch with your body and what your body needs. And our bodies all require different things. So even though walking may not work in terms of weight loss for me, it might work in terms of weight loss for someone else. When I was in my 20s, it was so easy to lose weight. If I needed to gain, I wasn't overweight ever. And if I needed to like lose weight in my, 5 pounds or something, I could lose it like that when I was 21, 22, 23. Your body's metabolism is totally different. But when I was in my late 20s, I was not overweight, but I decided to go in and ask for a colonic because everyone can lose a few pounds, I'm not trying to be skinny though. So I went to my doctor, asked for a colonic, and he wouldn't give me one. And he's like, you're going to have to just exercise. And I'm like, I don't want to exercise. I just want a colonic. And easy, right? And he said, you know what? If you don't exercise, by the time you turn 30, your weight is going to skyrocket. I'd never been fat before, and I never thought I would be fat. So I was like, skyrocket. My weight is going to skyrocket. Aren't you exaggerating a little bit? So I turned 30 and my weight skyrocketed. Yeah, he was not exaggerating in the slightest. So you probably already know that men and women have very different body structures, and our bodies are generally designed to hold on to weight for childbearing reasons. And so because of that, sometimes we just have to go with what works for our body. We all know mainstream diet and exercise rules. This is nothing new. I'm not even going to get into any of that stuff because we have all done that at some point in our life. And you've either been successful with it or many people are not so successful with it. So none of that stuff has ever worked for me. What has worked for me is listening to my body and doing really listening to my body and doing what I enjoy doing, what essentially I want to do, that makes sense in terms with my body and my diet and what kind of exercise resonates with me and all of that. So I'm not joining the gym. I've in the past belonged to every gym all up and down the state. I'm not even doing any of that anymore. So, because really I have so much stuff at home, I could either use what I have or go for a walk. I'm not getting in my car to go in the gym and then just walk in place or run in place when I can just go outside and do that for free. So, and get fresh air in the process. I spend all day inside. I don't need to go into another facility and spend more time inside. So that just doesn't resonate with me. Obviously, gyms work really, really well for many people, but being that I have an extensive, long history going to gyms and never losing weight, I'm not going there. It's not necessary for me. So I am not doing that. So I have I just feel like I am going to the next level at this point. I am leveling up. I'm going from level 1 to level 2, and I am like really excited about that. So I'm going to be focusing on weight loss, which is really new for me because I've been just focusing on strength and building muscle and flexibility and stuff. So this is going to be exciting. So I just took my existing schedule that I use, which is, in here, and I said, let me do a new spreadsheet in Excel, so I can look at areas that I need to improve on. For example, holding my stretches for longer. Instead of 3 to 5 seconds, why not 15 seconds? I can comfortably hold my stretches for 15 seconds. So that's one way I'm leveling up. I also added 2 more asanas into my morning sun salutation. And I really just designed a personal plan that's just for me, and that's going to work with my existing routine and the fact that I sit all day for work. And yeah, so I'm just really excited about it. So today's actually day one. So what I normally do anytime I start a new habit of any sort is I give myself a bit of a head start because I never really know how quickly I'm going to take or not take to something. And I don't want to start and then just get like all this discouragement. So usually a week or so before, I start the process of the new routine. What is it going to look like on paper? Is this practical? You know, for me, when I get home, I'm tired and I don't want to do much. So I'm not going to commit to coming home and doing an hour of cardio because I'm not going to do it. So I'm not going to lie to myself. I know what works for me, I know what doesn't. And I know what works for me in terms of weight loss as well because I've been there before. So now that I'm leveling up, I'm really going to be focusing on cardio in the morning. I'm going to start slow. I'm going to bring back my 8 minutes of Taibo. Which I did all this stuff already earlier today, because I got to start somewhere. And 8 minutes of Taibo by Billy Blanks is not hard because it is over so quick. It is fast paced, and it's a lot of fun because Billy Blanks is like super like charged and all of that. But it's 8 minutes. Everybody's got 8 minutes, man. So that's my cardio each day. And I will assess every week and see what I need to tweak and move. But I can tell you right now, for the next 2-3 weeks and probably for the next month, I'm just going to be doing my 8 minutes. I probably will not add any more cardio in at that quickly. We'll see within a month's time. But I already know me, and I'm probably just going to be sticking with it. Any cardio right now is better than none because I don't really do cardio. So all of the walking and all of the planking and all of the other stuff I do is working for what it is. But I have other goals. So this is actually just a stepping stone to other goals that I want to achieve, which would kind of require weight loss. So I'm just really like, I'm loving the schedule. So far it's been working out really well for me. And I got 4 months. So why do I have 4 months? Because in 4 months, I will be another age. So I got 4 months until I turn 44 on the 4th. So I'm like, oh, these numbers are super synchronous. I love it. And then number 4 is related to family. And my daughter just went away to college. So I'm like, this is really all falling into place. And so yeah, it's time. It is time. And I am just letting my body guide me into this next phase. So yeah, me focusing on weight loss. Let me write this down. But yeah, this is exciting. So anyway, just to finish up, when we become a certain age, either in your 30s or your 40s or later, if you don't remain active, it is very easy for you to plateau and then just stay there. So even if you change your diet, even if you exercise, and I'm just telling you how things work for me. Change my diet, exercise, all this stuff for years. It does not mean that I will lose weight. If you have a high amount of weight, because I've been heavier, then you will lose weight and you'll get down to your plateau stage. But yeah, this 220 thing has been in effect for several years. And to be honest with you, it's not that an uncomfortable weight to haul around. So I think that's why I haven't been motivated to lose any more. Because then I'd have to add more cardio and, recondition and do more things. But yeah, it's time to make my habit strong. I just came across this information recently. Make your habit strong. So that is what my focus is right now, right? I already have a habit. Let me make it stronger. Let me hold my stretches for longer. Let me add a couple more new things in and go from there. So that's it. Today is day one, and the day's not over, so I have morning, afternoon, and evening activities that I do toward my weight management, and I'm just excited to see how this is going to play out. And I will post either daily or weekly. I haven't decided yet. I'm kind of thinking daily. The reason I like to post daily is because it is a long process, and I want to just showcase. I mean, I have other stuff there every 30 days, just so people can see this is what it looks like every day. It's not cute, it's not fun, I'm not spicing everything together and pressing fast forward, putting a cute little video together. And those are very useful, don't get me wrong. I personally just don't have the time for that right now. But I'm not going to do any of that, because then for me, it's like, oh, I can achieve this really fast. And then you can't. It's a whole lifestyle change. Every step of the way, every time you level up, it's what am I adding to, either changing initially, establishing a foundation, or adding to your existing routine to just to level up. What am I changing to keep focusing on my goal? So anyway, I don't want to ramble too much. This is where I'm at. I am super excited, and this is life after 40. This is what it looks like. So yeah, I'm gonna probably be posting every day. Just a quick one. This is obviously a super long video. You know, I am not going to be putting no 20-minute videos out normally. But yeah, so that's it. I am signing off. Today is Thursday. This is my heart chakra day. So happy blessings to everyone today. And I hope as many people as possible are focusing on your health, and focusing on your emotional well-being and your mental well-being. These are our most valuable assets, and this is where our power is. Our power is in the people, and that's it. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. And most recently, I've realized, yeah, I'm pretty comfortable. It's time for me to level up again. So that's it. Have a good day, and I'll check in tomorrow.